Good morning, dear students. As you know, today onwards our fourth phase has started. So here we will see in physics firstly mirror equation. In that, what is the mirror equation? Some of you might know what it is, and some may be hearing first time, since it has the word mirror and it. Let's draw a mirror. Should we draw a concave mirror or convex one? Well, the mirror equation works for both. Mirror equation works for both. But let's start with concave mirror. You all are already familiar with these symbols. P. This is the P. P is the pole. C. C is the center of curvature. It is the center of sphere of which reflecting surface is a part of. The midpoint of C and P. The midpoint of C and P is the principal focus F. That is the principal focus F. And finally the line. Which joins all of them is principal axis. This is the principal axis. So this is the pole. This is the center of curvature. This is the principal focus, and which joined all of them is principal axis. So this is the principal axis. Suppose the object is kept behind C. Suppose the object is kept behind C at an infinite distance away from the mirror. At an infinite distance away from the mirror. We draw a huge diagram to get the image, which is of course real image. So what is the mirror equation? So this is the mirror equation. In that mirror formula, 1 over F equal to 1 over U plus 1 over V. What do these letters implies? They nothing but distances between points. To understand better, let's draw a tangent at point P. Draw a tangent. This is the tangent. Draw a tangent at point P. In this equation, U is the distance between the object. U is the distance between the object and the mirror. U is the distance between the object and the mirror. This is the object and this is the mirror, and this is the distance between the object and mirror. That is U. It is the distance between the points A and P. This is the distance between the points A and P. Remember, the distance between two parallel lines will always be the same. So, this distance is nothing but distance between the points A and P. So, U equal to distance between the object and the mirror. And where V is the distance between the image and the mirror. V is the distance between the image and the mirror. Let's name the point G. Let's name the point G. So, V is nothing but distance between points G and P. So, V is nothing but the distance between the points G and P. And F is the focal point, which is the distance between the principal focus and pole. This distance is equal to F. Note that all the distances are the measures. All the distances are the measures of the pole of the mirror and not some point on the mirror. So from the equation you can see that it gives us the relation between the object distance from the mirror, image's distance from the mirror, and the focal length. What if instead of this we had placed an object somewhere else? It would be in change in formula. If like that. we had placed an object somewhere else, it would be in change in formula. The equation does not depend on the object position from the mirror. So it is same for any position of the object. What if instead of concave mirror, if we had convex mirror, again it wouldn't change of formula. This formula is true for all types of spherical mirror, concave as well as convex mirror. Now the question is, how do we desire to prove this formula? There are many ways to derive the equation, but we will look at the easiest one. In order to derive this formula, we need to know only one thing, and that is concept of similar triangles. You must have come across similar triangles in maths class. So let's see. Triangles are similar if they have the same shapes. You have already seen, that means the mirror does not depend on the position of the object and does not depend on the mirror used. So here we were talking about the similar triangles, similar if they have the same shapes. So these two triangles are similar since they have the same shape. What is the special about the similar triangles? When two triangles are similar, then ratios of the corresponding sides are equal. When two triangles are similar, their ratios of the corresponding sides are equal. For instance, here triangle ABC and triangle PQR are similar. Triangle ABC and triangle PQR are similar. So AB over PQ equal to BC over QR is equal to AC over PR. AB over PQ is equal to BC over QR equal to BC over QR is equal to AC over PR. AC over PR. So AB over PQ equal to BC over QR is equal to AC over PR. And this fact is going to help us derive the mirror equation. The second thing about two similar triangles is that all the corresponding angles have the same measure. The second thing about two similar triangles is that all the corresponding angles have the same measures. For example, angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, angle C is equal to angle R. Angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, and angle C is equal to angle R. So again, if for any two triangles, if we prove that their corresponding angles be equal, they are similar triangles. So this is called triplet test of similarity for proving two triangles similar. Similarly, if the ratios of their corresponding sides are equal, then the triangles are similar. Let's go back to a figure of the mirror equation. So this is the mirror equation. In that we will see. So now from the top of the object, draw the line that meets the tangent at point P. That's the meet the point at point P. Meets the tangent at point P. This line is parallel to the principal axis. This line is parallel to the principal axis. And from the point on the image, draw a parallel line again to a tangent at point D. At point D. Note that points B and D are not on the mirror. They are on this tangent which is drawn at point P. But totally both the points to very close to each other in reality. This is because that aperture of the mirror that we considering is much smaller than the radius of curvature because of this smaller aperture. These distances are very small, so we can assume that these 2 points to be on the tangent. So we can assume these 2 points to be 1 point and these 2 points to be 1 point. So these 2 points to be 1 point and these 2 points to be 1 point. Now consider these two triangles are to be similar. We will draw corresponding. We will draw separately here. We see that angle OAF here. Angle OAF is equal to angle PDF equal to 90 degrees. Why? They both measure 90 degrees. What about these two angles? Angle OFA is equal to angle DFP. When two lines intersect, the vertically opposite angles are always equal. Hence, these two angles are equal to what about the remaining angles? How do we show that they are so equal? With very basic logic, we know that if two sets of corresponding angles are equal, then the third set has to be equal. We know that if two sets of corresponding angles are equal, then the third set has to be equal. Finally, we prove that the triangle OAF and DPF are similar. Angle OAF equal to angle DPF are equal by the double A and triple A test of similarity. Now because they are similar, we can say that OA over DP, angle OEF is equal to angle DPF. So here we can say that OA over DP is equal to AF over PF is equal to OF over DF. Now from the figure, what AF and PF represent? PF is the focal length F, and AF we know that, and PF we know that AP is the object distance from the mirror, which is but AP is equal to AF plus FP, or AP equal to AF plus FP, and FP is focal length F. So AF is nothing but U minus F, and what are OA and DP? So here in place of AF we will write U minus F over F. What are OA and DP? OA and DP, they are the heights of the object and the image. That is the heights of the object and the image. Let's denote them with HO and HI here. That is HO and HI. So HO over HI is equal to U minus F over F. But this is not the formula that we looking for. Let us see the equation 1. This is the equation 1. Now consider triangles IGF and BPF. Triangle IGF and triangle BPF. These two triangles are also similar again by triple A test. The ratios of the corresponding sides are equal. So we will remove the ratio as it's not required. IG and BP are nothing but heights of the image and the objects. But heights of the image and the object. BF is the focal length F. BF is the focal length F. So GF equal to GP equal to GF plus FP. We know that FP is F. FP is F. So what's GP? GP is the image's distance from the mirror V. Therefore GF is V minus F. Let this be equation 2. Here FP is F. FP is F. So what's GP? What's GP? GP is the image's distance from the mirror. Distance from the mirror. V. Therefore GP is V minus F. Let this be equation 2. So HI over HO is equal to V minus F over F. So this is the equation number 2. Now let's invert equation 2 to get the third equation. That is the third one. That is the third one. So here we will take the two equations. H is HO. Now we have two equations with us. They both of the same term of one side of equal to sign. So other two sides will be equal. By cross multiplying and solving further will finally give us the required mirror formula. Now we have mirror equation. So that is HO over HI equal to U minus F over F. That is the equation number 1. HO over HI is equal to F over V minus F. That is the equation number 3. So we have these two equations and we will solve this by cross multiplying. And so here we will take these two from these two equation. Here U minus F over F is equal to F over V minus F. So here we will do the cross multiplication. So F square is equal to U minus F in bracket V minus F square. Now we will open just bracket. U into V minus U into F minus FV minus plus F square. And we will transfer of F square. So F square to F square will be cancelled. UV is equal to FV plus UF. Dividing both sides by UVF, we get 1 over VF is equal to 1 over U plus 1 over V. That is the mirror equation. So this is the general equation that is, this equation is valid for any position of the object and for any spherical mirror under consideration. So this is the mirror equation.